What's up, guys? And welcome to another stream with the sideboard. Today we have our Sunbirds Invocation, or four color panharmonicon, as I'm starting to refer to it as. It's a really interesting little deck. It we'll go ahead and start with the land base. It's four Aether Hubs, four Botanical Sanctums, two forest, an island, a mountain, a plains. We're really greedy on our land base, and then four rootbound crags, four sun petal grove. I wanted to squeeze some more forest in here. It was the one that I could get two of on because we need it for the attunes. But it's just in testing. We've just had to accept that a lot of times our lands are going to come in tapped. Now, the deck has a lot of your basic Tamer energy shell here, even a couple bristling hydras. The main idea here is to just get some early blockers down until you get a panharmonicon, at which point the deck pretty much goes insane. The Sunbird's Invocation and Panharmonicon with cards like Rogue Refiner or Regal Caracol are just absolutely insane. We really want to cast, after we get Sunbirds, we just want to start chaining into 3 drops or 4 drops into 3 drops and such. Now, the deck has Whirler, Virtuoso, and Bristling Hydra for our energy sinks. We really don't have a lot of other ways to spend our energy other than just making mana with it. We also run 3 copies of Saheeli Ra, which is in testing has just been absolutely phenomenal. We may end up cutting it down to 2 copies of Saheeli Ra, but Saheeli and Regal Caracol are just absolutely great together. And if you can cast the Regal, look 5 cards deep, find a Saheeli, copy the Regal, then you have made a lot of power that turn, and you get a 4/4 with haste that turn. So it's a lot of action there. We have a couple Settle the Wreckage because we're really not a Fumigate deck. I played around with Fumigate for a little bit, and Fumigate just seemed a little counterproductive. We kept wiping the board and clearing our own board, and it wasn't great for us. So we'll move on up the curve here. Of course, we've already talked about Regal Caracol, and then Sunbird's Invocation. Now, another great thing about our 6 drop here is you can just play another Sunbirds into a Sunbirds and come off with any of these cards. And then, of course, any Regal Caracol Sunbird's Invocation deck is not worth its salt if you're not running at least a couple copies of Tishana. I mean, if you're in the colors, you just pretty much have to be there. The sideboard is a little lacking. I am still working on the sideboard. So the Abrade has been extremely handy, especially with the arrival of the red-black artifact decks. There's a lot of red-black vehicles running around right now, so 2 Abrade have been necessary for that. Approach is still around, and Approach is also a card that I have considered in this deck, possibly in the sideboard instead of Fumigate. Just run 2 Approach. Then, other than Approach, we are of the negates for Approach and negates for blue-black control. Deathgorge Scavenger is just a good way to eat a couple things out of the graveyard. It's good for eating Kinras out of the graveyard. And Ether Sphere Harvester for when you just need a little bit more lifelink. Then an additional copy of Settle the Wreckage. Ixalan's Binding, because Ixalan's Binding is just one of the absolute best removal pieces that we can have. In all reality, I wouldn't mind cutting one of these Fumigates for a 4th Ixalan's Binding. Ixalan's Binding has just been an absolutely terrific card in testing. Then we have Struggle to Survive. Struggle to Survive is really good, and there's been a couple times where we've almost milled ourselves out. So I wanted to have an option for that if we know we're going to go into a long game, like against Control or something like that. A lot of times we'll bring in the Struggle. It can kill a Gear Hulk at instant speed in most situations, and then we can just survive to bring it back so that we don't melt ourselves out. Because once you get into the point of double drawing with Champion of Wits and things like that, you do start drawing a lot of cards, and there's been points where you hit Tashana with 5 or 6 creatures on the battlefield, and then just chain into another Tashana, and then with Panharmonicon, and you're drawing 16-20 cards. It's crazy. We do have fumigates because yes, there are some board states where we just need to reset. A lot of times we are just throwing down small creatures, for a Dirtle effect until we can build our engine. We are a late game deck, even though that we have the early game beatdowns possible with the Teamer Energy package. Pretty much just this Teamer Energy package, you can build almost any shell around this, and so we've put our Panharmonicon Sunbirds Invocation into this shell. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into a first couple rounds of a league here. And let's go play lobby, leagues. We'll do a friendly league. And we're only going to be playing 2 league matches tonight. We'll do the other 3 tomorrow. I will set up an event or something like that later tonight so that anyone that wants to see that can. We have our opponent. So, round 1, Sunbirds Invocation, Saheeli Ra Energy deck, 4-color energy. Haven't come up with a name for it yet, but welcome to the sideboard. Thanks for joining us. Let's clear that out of the way, and well, we'll be coming in slow. We'll be coming in really slow, but we can get our red, and we'll have all of our colors, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, so there's our red. We can just play this then. Okay, so Aether Hub and Seeker Squire. Island, so is this Sultai energy? Seeker Squire has been played a little bit in Sultai lately. Let's go ahead and get our forest. Play our forest and pass the turn. Okay, so he played his island we knew about. And we take 1 point of damage. What else? What's your follow-up? Kris Kringle. Okay, so maybe this is actually Esper Godpharaoh's gift. Yep, he went and got a gate to the afterlife. So here we're just going to run down Rogue Refiner. Next turn we're going to play Servant of the Conduit and land, so that the turn after that we can play. Ooh, that doesn't work. So we need land. That'll be 4. Well, we can Sunbirds not next turn, but the turn after that. Yeah, so next turn we're looking at Servant of the Conduit, land. That leaves us with 2 open land. So, like, nothing that we can do. I'll take 2 here. I actually want to start bashing. So this is better. We'll go ahead and get in. Alright, so I helped him. Actually want to run this out instead. We can wait a moment on that. Alright, so a tune. We can get rid of a tune here. We can get rid of an Sahili Ra. So he's a long way from having 6 in the graveyard. Okay, so here's his Champion of Wits. What is he pitching? So I think next turn we just play Servant, Sahili. That would be the best use of our mana. Otherwise we just play the Regal. I mean, we have 4 Regals. We can get to another Regal. Gaining life would be good. I'll block here. Okay, so this works too. Something to use all that mana on. We do not need to make. Yeah, we could actually make 3 if we needed to. Maybe he'll trade it. I mean, if he trades it, he trades it. Okay, 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures in the graveyard. We'll put a 5th for him if he wants it. I will block that. Angel. So we just run it out and pass. Let's see where we get here. I still think we can go off in such a way that he can't stop us. Not for sure though. We definitely need to get in the air. Maybe we can just caracals into caracal. So we'll move to blocks. Block that. Block one of those. Block that. Block that. And sure, we'll block there too. We spent 9 energy. Alright, here comes the gate. Scarab God. Okay. Well, white, white, green, green. Green. What do we get? Bristling Hydra. Bristling Hydra seems good. Sealy Ross seems good. Yeah. We'll try it. Settle. We've got nothing. Wow, he scooped it up. Okay. So we'll go ahead and bring these in. Don't need Bristling Hydra. The other Settle the Wreckage seems good. I like Deathgorge Scavenger against Scarab God. Maybe not. We might want to back off a couple Saheelis. And let's back off. Well, we have room for that. Let's back off a Whirler and a Rogue Refiner. we'll go like this. Alright. So we got rid of his gate because he was looking at... ooh, God, that's not good. No, we can't keep this. We got rid of his gate that game because he was looking to actually play the Scarab God to bring everything back. Well, I mean, we have a bunch of ramp. We've got some color. We've got land. Sure. And we'll put that on top. So we draw a rogue refiner. Oops, sorry. Wrong green card. And we have... let's go get a white. We'll place that white. Play servant and pass. We'll start trying to get in early. I mean, I assume he's got blockers, but... so... I think I'll just start swinging here. Oh, we can't. It's bad use of mana. We got the 2 damage in. Let's go with this then. There's a settle. I can dump a whirler here. A servant. So getting double white's gonna be like I'd have to wait on the servant for it. What is he hostage taking? Okay, so there's a whirler. Let's go ahead and pay a green, attune for an island, play the island. We have an attune. Okay. So he plays my champion of wits. Or does he play like land Scarab God? Nope, he plays my champion of wits. What do you got? Well, I'll block, I'll trade. I guess we attempt it. Or we could Rogue Refiner and Whirler. Kind of like that too. Let's go for this though. We're still at 20 life. See if he does not have the negate. Might have a cast out though. Scarab God. No. See if we can get some value. Okay. Well, let's go here first for the value. Go green. We'll do green. Red. No value. Panharmonicon. Another Panharmonicon. Yeah. We'll double pan. So if he takes Sunbirds, we have double pan. If he pays 21 life to kill them all, we win. Okay. So Vigilance Lifelink's pretty nice on Vona. She's pretty beast. Or he's pretty beast. I know not what he's doing here. Well, he keeps tapping and untapping. He's got something he wants to do. I just want to play a Whirler. Scarab God. Eesh. Another Sunbirds. Well, I don't think I can get away with Sunbirds and that, so we're just going to pass the turn, I guess. I don't think he'll swing here. I really wish he would, but I don't think he will. Can't see why he would risk Vona. so still don't think he'll attack. He does. Well, I'm gonna settle it. So, I mean, he was waiting a long time, but there's nothing he could do. What do we get? He's got us stuck in our upkeep. Death Gorge Scavenger. That seems fun. Seems like a lot of fun. Alright. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And we'll just eat everything in his graveyard. Hostage taker. And we'll eat a creature out of ours. So, yes, okay, yes, okay, yes, okay. So we're just going to start pressuring in the air, just as much as possible here. And we've got 5 a turn in the air. Let's see what he's got. Hostage taker. Rogue refiner probably. Oh. Wow, okay. I'm gonna try to kill Vona here. Wow, she took 7 life to keep from killing Vona. I like it. Love to hit like a regal right off the top. Come on, Caracol. So many good cards here, and that is not one of them. So I don't have him on a clock here. I need to draw a good spell, like don't top deck a land. Don't top deck a land. Attune counts as land. We do not need another land. Maybe I should have attuned there, got a land, played the land, then played the Sunbirds in the deck a little bit more. Okay, so we've definitely got some cards coming at us here. So we block, block, block. Maybe it would have been better to just block one here and one here. It would have been less damage. I think that would have been a better play. Wow, okay. He just does not want me to have that. Would still love to have a cat. Oh gosh. That's a Sun Petal Grove. And I'm pretty sure we're just dead here. Yeah, we're dead. So, stopping max damage would be still lethal. Alright, so into the sideboard. Fumigate seems decent. He's got answers for Sunbird. I am going to cut one Sunbird. I'm going to cut the other Saheeli Ra. I'm going to run it back like that. Although Sunbirds into Sunbirds, this deck does go long. Let's get that settled. We'll go that way. If you're just joining us, welcome to the sideboard. Having a little late night league action. Just running a couple matches of the league. We'll be running the rest tomorrow. It's like the neighbor's up walking his dog. Well, we've submitted our deck. We're waiting on the opponent. We're playing Sunbirds Invocation with Saheeli Ra and Whirler Virtuosos and Hydras. Okay, so let's get rid of this thing. We don't want that. We have land. I have Panharmonicon. We have answers for stuff. Yeah, let's keep. Just start with a pass. And we will play Sun Petal and pass. Let's go champion. We can get rid of an Attune and Death Gorge. Even though Death Gorge is good in this matchup. I really want to just make sure that I Panharmonicon next turn. And then after that I just need to draw anything when they enter the battlefield effect. I mean, I guess Death Gorge would have been... Oof, there went the Panharmonicon. And he might take Ixalan's Binding. Fumigate. Wow. Okay. If he blocks, he blocks. If he doesn't, he takes 2. Aether Hub for the opponent. Come on, Kris Kringle. And he gets our dude. Well, we're gonna Ixalan's Binding something, I guess we do that. Or we Fumigate. I kinda like Fumigate. We can't Fumigate, not this turn. Man, that's rough. So we Ixalan's Binding. We'll just grab the forest, play the forest. Ixalan's Binding. We will keep a Binding, yes. So we'll get rid of Fumigate. Servant? Let's enter the battlefield effect. We'll get rid of Servant, and then we'll get rid of Servant Land. I guess we go for another land. Maybe we should have dropped the Ixalan's Binding there, but I'm kind of hoping he plays a Scarab God here. He taps out for a Scarab God. We should be in pretty good shape. We did not hit our Sunbirds. Or did not hit the mana for it. Okay, it's not good for us. I think we just pass here. Love to just play Sunbirds 2 turns in a row. I mean, we're still at 19 life. Little one's awake, guys. Gonna have to pause this for just a moment. Oh, there's the scarab god. He tapped out for it. Alright. Gotta go take care of the little man. I'll be back. We're just gonna cast Ixalan's Binding on that. This will 100% be the last match, guys. Little man's up, so we're gonna have to start taking care of him soon. He might go back down, but I doubt it. Just one of those things. Let's see here. Okay. Well, we get to keep up settle next turn. I don't think he'll swing in, but he might. We hit a land though, we're still just going to cast Sunbird. We did not hit a land. So we're just going to try to give him all the lands in the world here. He may just counter it. If he counters it, next turn we play Whirler, make a bunch of dudes. We'll go from there. We'll cast this before blocks. Okay. Alright, so he just counters it. Okay, let's take a look here. What do we get? Hub. We're going for it. I mean, we're here to have fun, right? Pass the turn. So he's probably got a way to deal with that. Oh, he's just going to put counters on. He's going for it. He's going to go for the kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's definitely coming in hot. Well, I'm going to go for the kill on this and stop 3 points of damage. Go to 8. need something good here. Like, I'm torn on whether or not I should play the other Sunbirds. And we go 6 cards deep, but if we don't hit something, we're just destroyed. 6 cards deep. Come on, Caracol. Alright, well. Opponent said Q. And he kills a Caracol. Okay, what do we get? We're gonna eat a creature. And he scoops it up. So 2-1 in our first game against Chris Kringle here. And looks like little man's back asleep. So let me take a quick 5-minute break. We'll see what we can do about getting another match here before we call it a night. Be back in just a few, guys.